Hey guys, this footage is actually from the inside of my house. I recorded this the night that the portal or the hole in the matrix was glitching out beside me. I was trying to figure out a way to film the shadow people so that I could really give you guys a good image of them. And I came across an old video camera that I had that is actually like a wireless one. It has a microphone and the video feed. I had been using it when my oldest son moved down to the bedroom in the basement, just so I could make sure that he was getting up and getting ready for school every day. So I came across this and I thought, well, it has an infrared camera, so maybe I could use that. Well, as I was opening up the Clever Dog app, I happened to look down beside me at what the camera was pointing at. And it was just right below a chair that I have in there. And I saw that it was flashing. I thought, oh my God, here it is inside of my house. So I went ahead and recorded some of this. As you can see, it's really, really difficult to see. But this is just a home security camera, like an indoor one. So it is kind of difficult to see, but you can see all the changes and the flashes and stuff that are happening. And I mean, none of us were safe that night. I had them all over me, my dog, my son did. They were at the door, which I'm going to tell you, that was a little creepy, honestly, at the door. So I'm going to let you watch a little bit of this, and then I have some stuff to show you about CERN and these portals. And look, there's been a lot of stuff going on, like PayPal saying that they were going to fine people for saying the wrong thing. So I think I'm going to take a page out of Steve Ishtal from thefactsbyhowtohunt.com. I think I'm going to take a page out of Steve's book and make a separate account just in case this one gets taken down. I'm giving you honest information that's from the internet, so I would say I don't see how that they could refute that, but we both know that they can, and they could very well take my channel down because I'm telling you this information. So I'm going to get another one up and running, and I'll let you know when I do that. So I'm just going to let you watch this before I start talking again.
Perfect.
Okay, guys, so this is where I start getting a little worried. If you look at this, this is a YouTube channel, and I have recorded a presentation that they made concerning CERN. So just kick back and listen to this.
Turning on this machine create a black hole? This is the Large Hadron Collider, one of the largest particle accelerators in the world, operated by the European Organization for Nuclear Research, known as CERN. On July 5th, it was powered up after a 3-year upgrade and maintenance hiatus. The news prompted conspiracy theories to spread online, with people speculating what might happen after the machine was turned on. Verify viewer Wilson emailed to ask if CERN's Large Hadron Collider can open up a cosmic black hole. So let's verify. Our sources are CERN, the U.S. Department of Energy, NASA, and Dejan Stojkovic, a physics professor with the University of Buffalo. According to NASA, cosmic black holes form in space when stars much bigger than the sun collapse on themselves. The result is, quote, gravitational fields so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape, and a gravitational pull so powerful that it can pull in nearby material and, quote, eat it. The CERN LHC can't create a cosmic black hole, but here's what it can do.
Did you happen to notice that even though she quoted CERN as one of her sources, she didn't reference them in any of the data that she put forth? Probably because it clearly says that they are trying to make tiny black holes, or they're looking for, in all fairness, they're looking for them. Here it says microscopic black holes. Another way of revealing extra dimensions would be through the production of microscopic black holes. What exactly we would detect would depend on the number of extra dimensions, the mass of the black hole, the size of the dimensions, and the energy at which the black hole occurs. If micro black holes do appear in the collisions created by the LHC, they would disintegrate rapidly in around 10 to the negative 27th power seconds. They would decay into standard model or supersymmetric particles, creating events containing an exceptional number of tracks in our detectors, which we would easily spot. Finding more on any of these subjects would open the door to yet unknown possibilities. I'm wondering how they got that number, 10 negative to the 27th. As you can see here from the website nova.org, these are the first images of a black hole from the Event Horizon Telescope. As you can see from this page, that this cosmic black hole was around for at least 7 days. So I'm not sure how they know that a microscopic one would disintegrate that quickly. The next one here is what happens at the center of a black hole. Notice this from space.com. It's expert voices. The date was February the 8th, 2022. That was the most recent article I could find about what happens to a black hole or inside of a black hole. And the author, Paul Sutter, says all the possibilities are very weird. I'm not going to read the whole article to you, but I do want to bring out some stuff. First of all, Paul Sutter is an astrophysicist. He does the podcast Ask a Spaceman and Space Radio, and he's written a book called How to Die in Space. And obviously, space.com considers this gentleman to be an expert in the subject of black holes. So in this article, he goes through what the possibilities are. It's a long article, but I'm just going to bring out the very last piece of this article. That's the most important. As you can see here, what's really happening inside a black hole? We don't know. And the scary part is we may never know. So again, I don't know how they would know that it would disintegrate so quickly. This is from the Hubble telescope, and this is a gravitational lensing of a black hole. If you can see, it's a cone shape. So the black hole is in the center and then it spreads outward. So I have made a little diagram that I hope is helpful for everybody. I want to show this to you. Here, the blue line, the blue box at the bottom is representing the collider, the particle collider, okay? The arrows, the particle collider sends particles from each end to bash against each other. Those are the little red things in the bottom. And then if they made a black hole, you see the little black dot there is a hypothetical microscopic black hole. My ex-husband was a senior nuclear designer at Calvert Cliffs Nuclear Power Plant in Maryland. So I called him to just talk to him about this situation and see kind of like his input on it. Initially, he was kind of dismissive. No, they know what they're doing at CERN. They're not going to have any kind of explosions like that. But then I explained to him in detail what is on CERN's website and my concern about all of this. 2.5 hours later, he actually agreed with me that this really could be a very big concern. Because as you see from this diagram, it's a funnel effect. So even though CERN only sees, let's say, the microscopic black hole, they're not seeing that backside of that cone. If it's going into another dimension, they're not going to see that. So let's take a look at that photo again versus my diagram. You see here from the from HubbleSite.org, it's a cone shape. The inside, everything is condensed down at that black hole area. Everything is, and they really, if you remember what Paul Sutter said, he said, we really don't know what happens in these black holes. So even though CERN might just open up a microscopic black hole and they're thinking, oh, this is fine, it's going to go away quickly, it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, it might be a very big deal to those who live in the other dimensions. Also, guys, lately, there have been a lot of creators who have lost their channels and all kinds of nonsense going around, people who are telling you the truth. And I will not lie to you. I refuse to do that. I gotta say, this whole situation with CERN has left me pretty darned stressed out, to be honest, not just for us, but also for the beings who are in these other dimensions. So the other day, I bought my very first selfie stick, went to the park, and just sort of checked on the beings that were out there, and I got some footage that is really cool of some very cute little fae, and I'm going to share that with you. I think we all need to kind of de-stress from some of this once in a while. The rest of this video is just going to be some more of the footage in my house. Again, if you guys get a chance, take some photos around you, see what's going on. I went to the park just to see if any of that flashing was occurring there, because I'm still getting the flashing throughout my yard and my neighbor's area, and there's still an area of where you're looking through a screen door kind of effect. So here's a great big hug from me to you. Just know that I love you. We have been blessed lately by having some really, really knowledgeable subscribers coming on board who can really help us all with this mess. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.